Okay, so this video was by, Pyro Monk, and what's up, everybody? This is today's Monday. Well, today's Tuesday, and I'm uploading a video based on money, looks, high expectations, or you could just say this video is about high expectations, relationships, and divorce, and the real reasons why it happens. And like I have to say, a lot of relationships not working out today is because, you know, number one, God is not in a relationship. Number two, um, you know, people are not willing to take the time to know each other the real way, and that's getting to know each other, knowing each other's backgrounds, knowing each other, you know, where you grew up, where you're from, your health background. If a person has a criminal background, do they have a mental background, their family, where they grew up, how they were raised, how they were brought up, their religious views, their political views, a lot of that, and really taking the time to study one another, putting each other through a process. Same thing when you go for a job and you to go to an application and you file and all that, getting a resume, portfolio together for an interview and preparing for an interview that you have coming up, like I always do. Being on time. So if you look at it like this, when you are going on an interview, you want to be, dressed. It's always taught like dress to impress, being on time, having good hygiene, fresh breath, being respectful, kind, smile, listening to what the interviewer person is telling you. It's kind of like how relationships are. So if you go to an interview for a job, if you the same feeling you get when you are on an interview and you getting asked all these different questions, that's pretty much how relationships are. And for myself, being that I'm 29 now, a guy, I see a woman I like. I never actually had a date. I have to say I never really been on an actual date. And so I don't remember going on any dates. But from what I can recall, even in my high school years, and even I was younger, like when I was 17, 18, and 19, I never been on any dates because I've always been focused on how I can better myself, academic wise, health wise, spiritually wise, my connection with God, and then all the other things come along with it, because we live in a time where you have to have mental development, spiritual development, physical development, and if you get in a relationship with a woman, being that you are a guy like myself, I'm a guy, and having for a guy to have high expectations of a woman, when you watch pornography, when you see Hollywood like the Kardashians, Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift, and the list goes on, then you're gonna be a guy. If you watch stuff like that, you're gonna be a guy that has high expectations of a woman. So all I have to say about that is that I've been single for God knows how long, but one thing I can say is that I grew up in a strict Christian household. You know, um, it was about finishing school. If you had nothing to do, you go to the library, to the gym, or you know, any activities for the youth in the neighborhood you would get involved with. So I never struggled with sexual activity, like as far as from partner to partner to partner. I never struggled with that. I never believed in sleeping around with different women because I've always believed in saving myself for a woman that I'm going to be with and marry someday and spend my life with. And I'm like that to this day. But only if it be God's will. But if it's not, then I can focus on Him. I know people might think, people probably going to want to bash me on the video, but that's fine because I got my own opinion on, this is my opinion, my preference for me, not judging anybody, anything. Everybody's got their own personal opinion on things. God gave everybody the right to choice. And at the end of the day, it's like, if you're gonna watch a television show, or if you're gonna watch a movie based on relationships, never expect the real life to be like that. If you expect the real life to be that way, then you pretty much missing out. Because in reality, it's the same thing with interracial marriage and interracial dating. You see black guys getting with white women, having these high expectations, and bashing the sisters out there, bashing black women out there, and I think that's wrong. The brothers, we as brothers and as black men, period, we don't need to be bashing our women. What we need to be doing is showing our women love and kind with a tender heart. I'm not saying to show weakness. I'm saying to just be real about relationships. And the reality of the matter is, white women will not date black guys unless he's got money. I'm a very good example because I could say that every white woman I've known in my lifetime, I've never had a relationship with. And and not just a relationship, but I've never had any sexual relations with any women. Because first of all, if I can't provide for the woman, and if I have a kid, why would I want to bring a kid into a world and I can't provide? I think a lot of black men today, well, especially in the projects in the hood that I grew up in, too many guys that are black want to get women pregnant, and they want to boast and brag to a lot of different people all over the world, or people in their neighborhood, that they got women. They had some of the baddest chicks in bed. I had some of the baddest chicks in bed, and she was good, and she was gorgeous, she was hot and everything, and we got beautiful kids together, and then I've got 5 or 6 baby mamas, and I'm like, but that's not to brag about, because from what I can remember, you got a mom too. So if you disrespect women within your race, then you're disrespecting your mom too, because women should be, I'm not saying women should be looked at as gods, because none of us are perfect. At the end of the day, we all make mistakes. But all I'm saying is, even the word of God says, if the man is married to the woman, it says for the man to not to provoke their wives. And if the man and the woman has children together and they're married, he's the head of household, he's a provider. And it's also saying that the man is not supposed to provoke the children. It's also saying that you're supposed to be loving, kind, with a tender heart. You're supposed to provide. Man's supposed to be the head of household. So all of this going on today, and everything that you're hearing about the media and the news, separate the races and everything, and the black man that bashing their own women and everything like that, to me, that's a bunch of nonsense, because we have to come together at the end of the day. We do. I mean, if we bash one another all the time, and you bashing your own women, then you're not showing them that you really are a brother. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna bash women of my race to accommodate my lustful acts. Just because a woman might be good for you in a relationship, and you think that she's better for you, and you think that's because the relationship is working, doesn't mean that every woman is should be on that down beneath you, or they're just not your type. We have to be, as human beings, as Americans, and as grown men, respectful gentlemen, educated, clean, healthy young men, of color in America, and we should not be bashing our own women. And you should be uplifting our women and giving them encouragement. They're beautiful. As a black man, black women are beautiful. Indian women are women of all ethnicities over the world are beautiful because God created you. If God created you and you're living and God created you, you're beautiful. And it doesn't matter who you are. Now, there's some people that might be evil. Yes, evil is existent. That's the only thing that's ugly. You're living for the devil. Then if you consider yourself to be attractive on the outside and evil on the inside, then you're basically ugly. Because how you gonna have a certain look, but then your heart is wicked towards people that does things for God, the kingdom of God? How you gonna be evil? So the best thing I can give, the best advice I can give everybody on this video is going to be called High Expectations in Relationships. Also, it'll be based on, media. So the title of this video is going to be called Media, High Expectations in Relationships. And the reality of the matter is people need to stay off the media, man. Because reality of the matter is, you got to stay off the media. If you're going to judge your own kind, disrespect your own kind, then stay off the media. If men are going to say that this race of women is good in bed and this race of women is horrible at relationships, and if this race of women is easier to control and that race of women is hard to get a hold of, then you don't need to be watching porn, number one. So that's number one. Don't watch porn. Number two, stay off the media. Number three, don't engage in any. Just don't go to Hollywood. Nothing to do with Hollywood. Don't watch it. It's a disgrace to human society and humankind, human nature, period. Some things in Hollywood, yes, we can learn from, but to constantly keep bashing your own kind is disgraceful. Because, you can't expect to get far in life if you're going to keep putting your kind behind. And but as Americans, we're supposed to come together. And encouraging all of us as human beings to come together, working together, not being pro-race anything, but also showing people that you got, you have the intelligence of a human being to be respectful, to be loving, kind, with a tender heart, and not to be violent towards women, not to be abusive towards women, and for women not to put down men because us men are not making the money that they are looking for. If you work, it don't matter what job you work. A person should not get knocked for how much they're making, or a person should not get knocked because they don't have a car. I've always bike rode. Riding a bicycle is how I get around. I don't complain about it. I don't complain about it because when I work hard to get myself off the bike and I finally work my way up here and I can finally afford to get myself a car, I don't worry about it. I don't complain about stuff like that. Now, I've been bike riding for 17 years now, and it's kept me healthy. It's kept me in shape. That's not even including the thousands of other exercises and routines that I do. I'm gonna be uploading videos real soon of my health and fitness program, and got some more firework videos coming soon. Got New Year's Eve coming up, and I'm planning on to get a new camera. Got some firework vids coming for all my pyros out there. Think about burning some fireworks real soon outside, man, for New Year's Eve. And I don't know, I might have to work on New Year's Eve. I really don't know, but at the end of the day, what I do know is that as blacks, period, we need to encourage our women. And if they are obese, we encourage them to be healthy. And that's just that. That's just that. You gotta encourage our people to do better, and that's just that. But if you're living in America, then our goal should be coming together and working together, and we're brothers and sisters at the end of the day. And if that's gonna be a problem for you, then you're not really considering yourself really an American, or you really